So today I'm going to go over a placement on a mannequin, obviously, but a blonde placement. So we've had some questions come in about how to best touch up a blonde. So it's for a guest who has come in, they've had this beautiful balayage technique done on their hair, you've spent a lot of time, they've paid a lot of money, and then they come back in and it's, what do we do then? How do we touch that up? Because there's a couple of reasons why we don't want to do that all over again. For one, it's not healthy for their hair to have that much put on there that often. You don't need to spend that much time doing it when it's already been done. And then three, they don't want to spend that much money every single time they come in. So really that big, bold transformation can be done 2 to 3 times a year, but this placement technique can be done every time in between. So it's for those guests who want to keep that blonde really around their face, around their part line, up where they see it. So what I'm going to show you today is a technique that should take no more than 30 minutes. And that's even for not super fast foilers. Because it's not meant to be a ton of foils. It's still medium foil, so you're still putting enough foils in there to make it worth your time, to make it worth their time. They're going to see a difference, but I think this will help you guys out a lot. So I'm sectioning off around her part lines. So for her, she parts over here, so I'm going to section off. The main thing I'm focused on is really incorporating that hairline around her face. Another thing, while I finish sectioning her off, that I want you guys to consider is a highlight should look like a highlight. I know we say this a lot, but it really should. If someone's coming in and getting a highlight, it shouldn't look like an all over color. And if you're doing that many foils and spending that much time on them, then we probably should consider doing an all over color or a base break, something to get rid of the dark without putting a holy crap ton of highlights in. Really, especially through this back section, you want to space them out well, because a lot of the pictures we're seeing coming in have that really depth and dark dimension to it, and that comes from leaving some things underneath to be seen, leaving some of that root. So you can kind of get into making a bigger project for yourself if you put too many highlights in there, because then you're going to have to go back and put low lights in. Obviously we can't hit every highlight every time, but we can put a low light in, but you can also make it a little bit easier for yourself and leave some low lights in there, or highlights in there, sorry. So what I've done is I've sectioned her off around the middle, and then we're going to, on her sides, I'm going to do 3 foils. That's it. The first one I'm going to do right at her face. So I really want to incorporate that hairline because that's where she's going to see. So you're going to do a light weave through there. I don't have color because I'm at home and we don't take color out of the salon, so I don't have any color with me. But this would be your piece around the face. So you would do 1, let me show you a little bit better, 2, and then your third one, you really want to get in and incorporate the hairline change. So we all know with cutting that the hairline starts to change around the ear, and we have to be careful not getting rid of that corner. But this highlight, if you hit right here, then when she pulls her hair up, she's going to be able to see that blonde through there and not feel so dark so quickly. So really that just comes from your third foil. So 1, 2, 3. All of a sudden she's super blonde around her face. I did go back through on her and I tipped out her ends. You can do that if you feel like you need to refresh the blonde, or you can do a balayage at the bowl. Or if she's still blonde enough, you don't need to do that. You can also run a detox shampoo through her ends to kind of break up any toner that might be there if you're going to retone her. So a couple of different options. I'm then going to do the same thing on the other side. So, sorry, this should have gone up with this. So I'm going to hit 1 foil, 2, and see that there's a good amount of space in there between these two. And then the third one, again, we'll incorporate that hairline back there so that she feels really blonde when her hair's pulled up. Around the front, you can do a couple of different techniques. So the first one, the one that I did on her, is I went ahead and did 2 sections here right at her face to get those areas where her hair or her hairline is going to curve. If you do smaller sections, you can incorporate that and get it right to the root a little bit easier. Then every section after that, I pulled her hair down to the previous section. So once you get back here, you will end up with quite a bit of a root. And what that does is it gives a good depth and dimension to her hair. Now, if you have someone that wants to be really blonde around the face and see all that blonde and want that touched up, you'll need to go through. But if you pull that down, what it'll do is it'll give this natural shadow root on the client, and you don't have to worry about putting that in there. So 30 minutes to review. Those are my 3 around the sides, and then either pull it down around the hair, around the part, or touch up right at the root. Sometimes you can do 3 back here, but you just have to assess the client, how dark their hair is and how much they're going to want to see touched up. Again, this is a medium foil, and then you would do a gloss, but it's a quick touch up. They can come in every 6 to 8 weeks and get this done. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me, feel free to post them on the videos. It's been fun seeing your guys' reactions to the videos, and I hope that you're getting stuff out of them. Again, please keep sending us suggestions and things that you want to see, and I'll see you soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.